I'm Barbara Bice, School Facilities Branch Chief for the Maryland State Department of Education and Southern Region Representative for the National Council on School Facilities. In this presentation, I will describe what educational specifications are, why they are needed, what goes into them, and how to develop them. First, what are educational specifications? School-specific educational specifications, often called ed specs, are a text document that guides architects when designing a new school or making improvements to an existing school. Ed specs describe the educational philosophy and program for the specific school that will be built or modernized, the project size and site location, and the facility's performance expectations for sustainability, technology, community use, and project cost. Ed specs clarify the activities that will occur in the school, the spaces needed, and the functional relationships required. Ed specs are always part of a new construction project as they define the requirements for each space within the school. Ed specs should also be used to help a school district and community plan more modest facilities projects that bring new life to an existing school and help clarify facilities needs for future projects. Why should a school district create and use educational specifications? Good schools don't happen by accident. They require a strong curriculum, dedicated and professional staff, a supportive community, and facilities that support the instructional objectives and educational programs. For school facilities to meet their users' needs, they must be planned, designed, and equipped to meet many specific requirements of the programs and people they will house. Ed specs must be created before a school district constructs a new building or addition, does a complete or partial modernization, or makes major capital investments in the building or grounds. The development of the ed specs may be the least expensive phase of a project, but it's the phase that has the greatest implications for project cost and success. What goes into ed specs? Ed specs describe the education mission, instructional programs, and community services and activities to be offered in the facility. Ed specs describe the students and other school users served and expected to be served in the future, from their ages and grades to any special needs. Ed specs describe the specific programs in the school, including academic, administrative, and building support services, and supplemental activities such as before and after school care and community recreation programs. Ed specs also describe the key design principles informing the design of the building and site, including expectations for accessibility, community integration, safety and security, environmental sustainability, instructional technology, and energy efficiency. Most importantly, the educational specifications provide a summary and a detailed listing of space requirements. Each proposed room is specified in terms of the functions it will support: size, shape, height, capacity, relationships to other spaces, floor and wall finishes, and any unique features like a need for sinks or extra electrical outlets. Standardized or prototype ed specs developed for another project or for a generic school program have a place in the early stages of project planning, but they must always be customized to school-specific needs, reviewed and updated by educators in the community, and approved by the Board of Education before use on a major project. How are ed specs prepared? The development of educational specifications requires a collaborative and interdisciplinary approach. This requires creating an open and safe forum to discuss the serious business of educational philosophy, mission, programs, and services. It also means that the Ed Specs process begins at least 6 to 9 months before engaging an architect or starting design. There are 5 steps in the process. Plan and schedule the work, identify facilities and program requirements, consolidate information and draft the Ed Specs, review and revise, and finalize the document and present it for approval. A number of examples of educational specifications can be found at the Education Facilities Clearinghouse. Thank you very much for joining us today.